Let's create an Ubuntu Virtual Machine on a Windows operating system. So first, I'm just going to simply search for 10 Windows features on or off so that you can be able to turn on the Windows feature Hyper-V. Okay, so it is written there Hyper-V. I'm just going to simply take the folder. So Hyper-V is the system that we'll be using to create a virtual machine. Next, we're going to wait for a prompt telling us to restart the device so that the Hyper-V features are installed on my device. Okay, as you can see over there at the bottom. Alright, so this is the tab that has that I have already restarted the device on. I'm just going to simply search for Hyper-V, and then there it is, Hyper-V Manager. In order to create a brand new virtual machine, I'm just going to simply navigate under Action, HP ProBook, Quick Create, and New. Click Virtual Machine. And then these are the steps that you're going to take to create the virtual machine itself. We click next. After next, I'm just going to change the name into Ubuntu Desktop Virtual Machine. So this is when we change the name only over here. And then on the next step, we will then be able to pick the generation. So generation 2 is the more latest one since it includes UEFIs and all of that. And then we assign the memory of our virtual machine. I'm just going to simply change this one from 4096 megabytes to 8000 megabytes to make the device more efficient. And then we're going to change the configuration network into default switch. So this is the part where we assign the total storage of our virtual machine. We're just going to check how much storage do you have, and then we select the operating system. So please take note that I'm going to a browser right now to search for a bootable image file that it can be executed on Hyper-V. I'm just going to simply search for Ubuntu because we will need an operating system Ubuntu for a virtual machine that uses Ubuntu. We access their website, click products, Ubuntu desktop, we download Ubuntu desktop, and on this part we simply select Intel or AMD 64-bit architecture depending on what type of device do you have, and then we download the file. Okay, so as you can see, it started downloading. We just go confirm on the recent download history. Okay, it has been confirmed, it is downloading. So on the next step, we're just going to simply see the file has already been downloaded. We then pick up where we left off on the Hyper-V system. Okay, so we just simply browse for the file that we just downloaded, and then there it is, Ubuntu. We open the file itself to upload the image ISO on the virtual machine. We click next to see the summary of the Hyper-V machine that we're about to create, and then we click finish. It's going to be creating it as of now. Okay, so that is when we click the settings to set the security of the system in terms of the secure boots, as we're changing the templates from Microsoft Windows to the Microsoft UEFI Certificate Authority. Okay, so after that, you're just going to simply set the boot order. It's not compulsory, but it is recommended for efficiency. So we then click OK after that. Okay, we have our virtual machine. We then start it just like pressing the power button on your laptop. We then press the connect button so that we can be able to see the virtual machine on our monitor. Okay, as you can see, everything is going well. Okay, we press the first option, which is try or install Ubuntu. Automatically it shows us the virtual machine or the operating system. Then we prepare Ubuntu just like preparing a new cell phone you just got. Okay, so it is choose your language, and then we're going to be choosing English, which is the automatic language. Okay, and then I'm just going to simply set it into a full screen or full landscape, and then I'm just going to quickly click apply so that you can be able to see the changes. Keep the changes, and then I go back to continue preparing my Ubuntu virtual machine on a Windows operating system. Okay, everything is automatically set, but this one we're just going to simply choose the do not connect to the internet since we do not have a wired internet. Okay, so this part is very important. Just select the second one, try Ubuntu instead of the install Ubuntu, to protect you or keep your files, Okay, and then voila, we do have the Ubuntu virtual machine on a Windows operating system. As you can see, the apps are there, everything is there, and that is how you create your virtual machine on a Windows. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching our video.